Hello! This is my first video that's not necessarily for English learners. It actually might be more useful for foreigners living in Japan who are house hunting. I started house hunting a few months ago, and I've come across a lot of new words that I didn't really understand. For some help, I called one of my oldest friends, Big Rook. His real name is Teruki. It became Ruki and then became Rook over time. He's a cool dude. He helped me find my first apartment in Japan. I'm going to introduce the vocabulary in kanji, hiragana, romaji, and the English translation. Check it out. Maybe you'll learn something. Hi, Rook.
Hey.
Hey, so tell us, what's important to know when you're looking for a house in Japan? What are some important words?
まあいろいろあるけど、まずは日当たり。
Hi-Atari, natural light.
そうだね。
Yeah. What makes a room have good hi-atari, good natural light?
まあ南向きの。
Right. So Japanese apartments usually have a balcony.
そうだね。
You want that balcony facing
そうだね。
south.
そう。
And that's super important.
まあ一番
Okay.
重要だよね。
All right.
あとは広さ。
The space.
そうだね。
When it comes to space and measuring space, Japanese style, there's like a lot of tricky words
そうだね。
to get used to, right? You have the tatami, and you measure space using a few different... Heibe, right. Let's save that for another video. What's another important word to know?
まああとは家賃。
Yachin. Yeah, the money, right? Of course. How much is the rent? Yachin. Yeah. And there are some other fees, aren't there? Some places don't have kanri-hi,
マ
management.
ンションは管理費取られることあるかな。俺はないとこもあるしわかんないですけど。
So you've never had to pay a management fee.
うん。
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, anyway, sometimes it's a small management fee, but it's added to the rent.
うん。
Right. Yachin.
あとは築年数だよね。
Chiku-nensuu. That's the age of the building.
うん。
Right. And you say, well, if a building's like 20 years old, how do you say that?
築20年。
Right. Chiku, and then the number of years, right? Chiku niじゅうねん means 20-year-old building. Okay. Chiku-nensuu, really? Is that really important?
そうだね。古いと寒かったり。
Oh, okay. So if it's old, then it's often really cold.
新しいとやっぱり暖かい。
Okay. So maybe the Japanese building style has changed throughout the years?
そうだね。
Yeah. So in your opinion, like, is there a certain year where, like, after that, the buildings are better? Like 10 years, or what do you think?
ここそうだね。10年、15年は、
So 10 or 15.
一気に変わったと思う。
Oh, okay. So about 10 or 15 years ago, the style of building changed a lot.
そうだね。
And when you ask about it, you say like chiku何年?
そうだね。築5年とか、築10年、築20年。
Oh, okay. So when you ask the real estate guy, you should say, この物件、
築何年
chiku何年
ですか？
Of course.
あとは、そうだね。駅から近いとか、
Right.
買い物が近い。
Right. The convenience of the
そ
location.
う。徒歩何分みたいな。
Toho. So like how many minutes walk?
そ
And I noticed that in the documents, it always says like something station, Toho.
う。書いてあるでしょ？
Yeah. It always says like Toho 10分.
うん。
Like walking, 10 minutes
そう
walk.
そう。立地条件。
For Richijoken.
うん。
Right. So this kind of translates to location in English.
うん。
And as we say, like location. Maybe that's because location can mean a lot of different things. When you say Richijoken in Japanese, what does Richi Joken include?
今話した日当たりがいいとか、
Oh, really? That's also Richi Joken?
それも日条件。
Oh, really?
うん。
Okay.
あとは駅が近いとか。
Oh, yeah, of course, right.
うん。
Conditions of the location, which also include your view.
うん。
View, would you say nagame
うん。
for view? Like if you have a nagame ga ii or
そうだ
something.
ね。
Right. So like your view and your sunlight, it's all included Richi
う
Joken.
ん。
Okay. I see, I see.
まあ人にはもうよるけど、やっぱ買い物が近いのとかは
Right.
すごく大事。あ
Right.
と
The
は
convenience
駅
of shopping
So-
close to, you'd say super chika.
そう駅近。
Eki chika. Eki, that's kind of slang, right?
そうだね。
Chika.
駅から近いのは駅近物
Eki
件。
kara chikai.
駅近物件とか。
Eki chika bukken. Eki chika bukken.
マイケル・ジャクソンみたいな。
Eki chika bukken. Eki chika bukken. Ruki. Chika chika.
駅
Right.
近物件。
Are there any other words? Big Rook is going to help me find a new house.
ね、いい家見つかるといいね。
Yeah. This house, like you can probably tell from watching this video, is like pretty dark, right?
そうだね。
Yeah. As you mentioned, Hi-Atari.
日当たりが良くないね。
Yeah. And you put Hi-Atari at like the top of your list.
うん。
So for you, your opinion is like Hi-Atari, natural light is really important.
うん。
So you would hate this place.
いや、ここは嫌いじゃないよ。庭もあるしさ。駅近だし。
Right, niwa ga aru. So it has a backyard.
うん。
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't get like any natural light.
そこは、そうだね、大事だな。
Even though it's facing south, as you mentioned, Minami-muki. So it's facing south. Still, we don't get any natural light. So I guess the Richi Joken,
立地条件がいい物件を。
Ibuken. This one is like so-so.
そうそう。
Yeah. And you said Ekichika, but actually, this place isn't that close to a station.
うん、そうだね。
There's a bus stop very close. But if you want to walk to the subway station, it's like 12, 15 minutes.
うん、
It's kind of far. Yeah.
そうだね。
Yeah. What do you think of this room?
うーん。
I told you Hi-Atari warui. It doesn't get good natural light.
う
But
ん
other than that, what's your impression of my current house?
この家
Yeah.
ちょっと寒い
A little cold. Yeah, and maybe that's because the Chiku-nensuu.
築年数が古いのかな、
Yeah, yeah. As you said, you want to get a place that's chiku 15 nen, like
こ
15.
何年の
This place is chiku 39?
ああ、
40?
30、40。
Yeah. So 39 or 40 years old. So maybe the insulation
うん。
is kind of crappy. When I go to the bathroom, I'm fucking freezing my ass off. I can see like steam coming out of my mouth and coming out of my my piss. It's so cold. There's a single pane window right next to me, and I can just feel the cold air coming from outside. So save me, Rookie! Save me!
じゃあいい家探そう。